Hey guys, just doing a quick update on BTC. I'm looking at CBOE Bitcoin futures. First thing I wanted to say is RSI has really gone nowhere. So you're not at any type of extremes on the longer term. This weekly chart isn't anywhere that I care on the downside. Even the last rally, we said that to 4,300, which was what we call the TMS, of where the trend came into play for the intermediate term. That was a lower high right in front of 45,000 or 4,500. It was a whole zone. These are areas. So at least then we had a 4-hour that was high as far as the RSI goes. I do want to talk about the cycles. We have a weekly cycle. It's still coming down. The monthly cycle on futures is not helpful. There's just not enough data. But the weekly, as we come down here into the middle of February, we may get a turn. And so we'll see where price is, if it's continues to hold 3,000, or even if it's at a lower low. It might be a significant lower low with that cycle. The daily has been riveting, a lot of back and forth with price really going nowhere. So again, nothing new. There's a complete lack of energy in the market. From a price perspective, I thought we were in the middle of the range here, 3,600. As you get closer to 3,200, 3,300, wouldn't be surprised to see some of these kind of dead cat bounces. I noticed some of you were talking about a bottoming tail today. This is just a lot of knee-jerk, very thin, pretty pathetic price action, really. I want to look at so we talked about that weekly cycle on the futures, and then when I look at the cash, it's been a while since we looked at BTC versus the dollar. But the longer term wave turned up in January, and price did nothing but make lower highs. So it's just, from a timing perspective, we shouldn't expect any cyclical strength or bounce, at least into the end of February. And so when you look at that futures weekly cycle and the longer term wave, that's kind of pointing towards the end of February. Maybe you get a turn. And then on the faster wave, that kind of coincides with the weekly also into February 15th. So if you were to put in a significant bottoming tail, some sort of, you let price prove itself at that point in time, and then maybe you take a stab on the long side. But to me, it looks like we're just going to cycle into that next turning point and just drift lower into the support. The market probably needs to test that pretty significant level. And then I just wanted to look at Cardano also. That's been our favorite alt. 2 videos ago I did was right on the low. And then I've since put another position on. I doubled my position here on this last pullback into the end of January. And what I'm kind of noticing is this is really a lower low relative to here. Here, let me draw this out. So you have lower lows. Try to base a little bit right here. But this was pretty bearish. We call that a real money candle that started the move down. And then it's just lower lows, lower lows. But here, after this move up, this is a lot of what we call a bullish wall here. So I'm not surprised that we held halfway, and then we actually made a higher high. So what does that mean? It means this was the first sign that maybe the market's done going down. And then when we retested that level, that was where I was interested in buying. So this is going to be a process accumulating down here, but between 3 cents, 3 handle, 3 cents, and 0 basically. If you know how to work a position, there's going to be plenty of rallies in here. I mean, this was 100% rally, more than 100%. So there's going to be some nice percentage gains. You just got to kind of time it up with the bigger cycles. Yeah, and other than that, I haven't played too much on the alts. I'll maybe look at some more individual names for our group, and we'll go from there. And then I just want to highlight too, some of you are new. Jenkins Risk Management is the firm. You go to jenkinsrm.com. I have, it's free to join our newsletter. Our chat room is free to come into. I have some trading services listed. But this is the first video I did since I have the Forex course together. And so I've actually had a lot of you that were trading crypto that wanted an intro to Forex. And I give you the background of Forex, some history, the fundamentals of the market. But a lot of that stuff you can find online. What I try to do is give you some actual setups on the model. I give you 5 setups we use to get you started, and then what trading platforms to use, opening up an account, getting started on MetaTrader 4, which is this platform here, which is most of the Forex platforms use. So anyway, that's there now. I launched that this week, and we're also going to be doing a webinar tomorrow, Thursday at 7 Eastern, 7 in the evening, and I'm going to be talking more about markets. You can ask me anything if you want to talk global macro, futures and bonds, or if we want to talk about anything crypto. That'll be a good time. I'm going to talk about our Pi line, some concepts we use cyclically, and it'll be good. So look forward to seeing some of you there. And if I don't talk to you, we'll see some of you in the room tomorrow.